We're at the home of Steve and Kelly Winn. They're one of the SNWA award-winning landscapes, and believe you me, folks, they've done it all themselves. That's very unusual. And they are one of the award winners. As you take a look, cactus. Why did you select cactus?
Selected it because we fell in love with it.
Most people select other kinds of vegetation that doesn't have any thorns on it.
Well, you know, thorns are a thing of beauty in itself. It's one of the things where when I first met my wife, she had a couple pieces of cactus at her house, and after we moved in together, one thing led to another, and we started collecting more and more, and you just get hooked.
On the cactus, right?
No pun intended.
I notice you've become very contagious because your neighbors are picking up on you.
Well, you know, we're outside working every weekend. The neighbors are always walking around. Since we're outside, they talk to us. They ask us why we've done it, where we get it, how it works. And they've gone to some of the places that we've suggested. And other people, we've clipped small pieces off and we've given it to them, and we go by their house later and it's planted and staking.
You know, you've mulched your yard with a red mulch. I was wondering why you did that.
Couple reasons. One, I love the color red. And two, if you look at our roof, that's red as well. So it just ties the house into the yard.
I thought you were going to say you were a rebel. We got here in Okatalia, and I get all kinds of calls on how to keep it green, and here you are fully leafed out.
Well, we feed it once a year. We go to Star Nursery, we get their cactus mix, and during the hot part of the year, we'll come out, we'll hand water this once a week, just give it a light spritzing. But we make sure that we get it on all of the leaves, and this is the result of that.
I like the way your path sort of wanders up to your front door. Most of them are just nice and straight, but you might kind of made a curve out of it.
Well, see, as a kid, I painted outside the lines.
Okay, you've got one cactus over here. It really got my attention. Eve's needle. It's a pretty big one. I love that.
Didn't start big, it's big now.
And then you got one that I think you ought to watch because somebody's liable to steal it from you.
And that's the crested Eve's needle.
Right. Oh, it's a beautiful cactus. They're hard to come by, and that's why I think you might lose it one day. But I just love the way you put your yard together. It seems so warm and friendly and inviting. When I walked back here, I just went, wow, I couldn't believe it.
And that's the reaction we get from everyone that comes back here. It's one of the most beautiful backyards I've ever been in. I'm a little prejudiced about it because it's ours. But this is something that started as a thought in our minds, and you know, it took a lot of patience and a lot of effort and moving things around, and this is one of the most spectacular places I've been.
We live in the desert where we don't hardly get any rain, and here you're taking advantage of the plants that do the best on that amount of rain.
That has a lot to do with the demonstration gardens.
And I love the way as I look across the fence and see the Sheep Mountain up there.
That's something that we wanted to take advantage of. We never really put anything very tall in that corner because we like to sit in the backyard and be able to see beyond the confines of our property line and incorporate everything so that it just all blends together.
You know, as I look around, I don't see any dirt in your swimming pool.
There's no dirt in the pool because a lot of the choices that we've made, not only the landscaping being low maintenance, but I don't get a lot of dropping leaves that winds up in the pool that I have to clean.
You spend a lot of time in your yard?
Well, if it's working in the yard, we're working in the yard 6 to 8 hours a week. We enjoy the yard every day.
One of the things I love about the way you've used your lawn, you've got a whole slew of cactuses surrounding it. And I just like the way people can just sort of wander along and don't have to worry about getting stuck.
Sometimes that's half the fun, is getting involved and getting stuck.
You got cactus over here that's reaching up above the yard.
We have a Peruvian apple in the corner that's probably 13, 14 foot tall. We've probably got another 9 or 10 Peruvian apples, either in the front or rear, that we've taken as a cutting off of that one. You know, that's the beautiful thing about cactus. If you wind up with something that you really enjoy, if a small piece breaks off, if you cut a small piece off, you can plant it anywhere, and it's going to take.
You got saguaros all over the yard, and you got about 6, 7 different kinds of saguaro.
Oh, I love those. When we first got married, we went to a nursery called Cactus Joe's, which is out by Blue Diamond, and we bought a saguaro that was about 3 foot tall. We planted it at our other house, and when we moved here in 2002, we had them come get it, and we had them plant that in our front yard, and it's now probably about 8 foot tall.
You know, you got a boxing cactus. I've never seen it, but doggone it looks like boxing.
Well, you know, the boxing glove cactus is a very unique cactus in that it has such an irregular shape that a lot of the arms on it take on the appearance of a boxing glove.
You got different kinds of barrel cactus. I see yellow cactus, I see white cactus.
You know, the white is really unusual. Turner's Greenhouse, which is not too far from here, started that variety of barrel cactus, and we fell in love with it. We bought those, and they were probably about the size of a baseball. And today they're fairly large.
I just love the way you use palm trees to sort of frame your yard.
You know, I've just always wanted to have a date palm, and when I first sat down to design the backyard, I made sure that I used 4, 2 on each side of the pool, and now all I got to do is figure out how to take advantage of all the dates.
It looks like you're going to have a lot this year.
There's going to be a lot this year.
Any other plants that really stand out in your mind?
Well, you know, one of my most favorite cactus in the rear yard is a Moroccan mound. We bought this cactus. It was probably no bigger than my finger, and today it probably stands about 3 foot tall and about 3 foot in diameter.
I like the domish effect.
Yes, it's just a beautiful cactus.
You love red yucca too.
My wife is the fan of the red yucca, and there's things in the yard that, you know, is her favorite. There's things in the yard that are mine, and I think, you know, with the 2 combinations, it's really all worked out.
Well, thanks a million, Steve. You've been a great source of
Mr. Mills,
information.
thank you so much.
And one of the beauties of this place is you've done it. Not anybody else. It's you and Kelly.
Well, you know, it's one of the things that we've always enjoyed, and, you know, having a relationship with your wife that you can not only be together, but you can work together, it's just a beautiful thing.
Folks, drop around the Springs Preserve, and we got all kinds of ideas, all kinds of plants, and something's always in bloom.